job to try to predict the future. I know the endpoints on these gilts might be in 30 days, it might be in 60, it might be in 90 days. Not really my job to say what's going to go on from here. I feel like there's one animal out here, though, I'd like to change the least things about her. And I think for her size, she still's got plenty of extras. Young lady coming out of Class 1 is going to be her champion, Berkshire.
Champion Berkshire comes out of our first class of Berkshire gilts, exhibited by Holt Sims from Stephenville, Texas. That gilt was bred by Price Show Pigs. We now bring in second from that class, J.J. Hamby from Taylor, Texas. The gilt bred by Hammond Show Stock to show for reserve champion Berkshire.
Not to rub it in or anything, but she was wearing a bow.
You dropped that young man's second place gilt out, and I don't think she takes away from the conversation at all. I think that's a gilt that's got a bright future and a big feeding window. I think there's another one out here that follows my champion best suit from a structural standpoint. The way she's built, I feel like there's fewer things I'd like to change about her. She's comfortable. She's still got plenty of groceries for me. Young man coming out of the last class will be a reserve.
Reserve Berkshire gilt comes out of that final class, our heavyweight class, exhibited by Jagger Monroe from Iredell, Texas, breeder of that breed, to our Grand and Reserve champion. Now we move on to the Chester White breed prospect show. In the Chesters, we have two classes of Chester White gilts. First class has 6 head in it. Second class has 6 head in it, so 12 head of Chesters we'll be showing. What we'll move into next.
You can always tell when the Chesters are showing at a show because they're always so mild-tempered, so well-behaved.
And here are your final results for the Berkshires. Your champion is Holt Sims, and the reserve is Jagger Monroe.
While we're transitioning here to the next breed, we'd like to thank some of our sponsors here at the Texas National. Second to None Awards, Adams Fab, Primo Feeds, Law Office of David Chumley. Hope I got that one right that time. Dual Prevailing Genetics, Flatland Show Pigs, RW Genetics, Sullivan Show Supply, Wintex Farms, Punch, Young Livestock, and Riverstone Vet Group.
Moving to the Chesters, there is 6 head in our first class of Chester White prospect gilts. Again, we're showing by weight. Weight range goes from 127 to 174 here in the lightweight Chester White prospect gilt class. And if you're just tuning in, Texas National Stock Show, or if you know anybody else you'd like to make aware of where they can go and watch the webcast, please help them out. You can go to TaylorFort.com, you can go to TexasNationalStockShow.com, or you can go to either one of the Facebook pages as well, Taylor Fort or Texas National Stock Show. We appreciate you guys tuning in. You know much about the history of the Texas National Stock Show. It kind of maybe got things started with webcast, and then all the live stream of stock shows began during COVID when things got turned upside down and kind of some opportunities got taken away from us. And certainly during that time, they were one of the first ones back in terms of a show that was set and created this Texas National Stock Show out of that. It's just continued to grow. Have almost 1,000 head entered that'll show over the next 2 days. So appreciate everyone coming out.
All right,
and supporting
folks, we think we have got our technical discrepancy worked out. If you are using the app right now, hit the refresh button. Hit the refresh button on your app, and what should show up as the next class to be called to the ring would be Class 10 of the Chester Whites. So at this time, we need Class 10 of the Chester Whites to start coming to the ring. Once again, Class 10, Chester White, start coming to the ring, please.
Again, he's referencing the Showman app, so if you wanted to go to the Showman app, you find the Texas National Stock Show. You can click on it and pull up the show books from all of our shows today. Again, we're showing all the prospects today, so we'll be doing the Prospect Purebred Gilt Show. Then we'll be doing the Prospect Crossbred Gilts. We have black crosses, light crosses, and dark crosses. And then we'll show the Prospect Barras at the conclusion of that. So a busy day. Your prospects are 199 pounds and down. He's got
And once again, just
10,
make sure that we're all on the same page.
4th, 5th, and
Class
6th,
10
and here
of the
comes the
Chester
top
Whites
3 that we'll
start
redrive.
coming to the ring. That is the last class in the Chester White breed. Class 10, Chester White. Please start coming to the ring.
I know one of the gilts that's back out here is Harley Turner from Alvarado, Texas. She's in the white sweater with the red sleeves. Showed a gilt earlier. This other gilt young lady's got. And there comes the third one. Young lady in the purple sweater coming out. Again, our first class in the Chester White division. Have 2 classes, both 6 head in each class, so we'll run through this breed probably pretty quickly if I was guessing.
I like Harley's pig there. I know it's a little lighter weight, but I think that one's got a real nice future out of it.
Again, our judge today is Kyle Hicks from Elgin, Oklahoma. Kyle and his family of TKO Genetics. If you follow that very close, had an awfully nice mare that they raised last year that showcased pretty hard in Oklahoma. They stay on top of it pretty hard in the show pig industry, so appreciate Kyle being here. He's got him placed, and here he is to talk his lightweight Chester White Prospect Gilt class.
Young lady in the vest in the center of the ring is going to lead this class off. She's the smallest one. I just feel like she presents the most quality as well, in my opinion. That's an attractive build, really good made, kind of a Chester gilt that's got some width, that's got some stoutness. She's got look. I think that's a gilt that's got an exciting future. Taking nothing away from the young lady in second. This one's probably the most voluptuous. She's got the most hanging off of her skeleton. When we're talking about the rest of the gilts in this class, in relation to how much product she has and how she carries her back leg, I feel like she does the best job of that. Like I said, that one's got a lot of product. She's wide made, good flesh, round rib, handles it well. Nice gilt to go second. Young lady coming out in third's probably the outlier. This one's the tallest shouldered. She's the snakiest neck. She's the most shapely of pie. I feel like this one has issues coming right at you. I'd like to pull her apart at the ground. I'd like to stouten up her front ankle, and I'd like to fix her right there in her Hamlin junction. Nice gilt to go third, though. Young lady coming out here in fourth. Another really tall shouldered, good built one. Excuse me. I like the way this gilt reads. I feel like she's got a bright future. I don't know if it's just an attitude thing or if she's just having an off day. I wish she handled her back leg just a little looser and a little more fluid as she got out across the ring. Very nice gilt to go fourth there. Young lady coming out here in fifth. Another tall shoulder, kind of goofy neck, really good looking one from the side. This gilt plays out as she goes to the ground. We got to pull her apart. We got to give her more meat. We got to also lengthen that gilt out of her hip and just give her a little more soundness as she goes out across the ring. Young lady coming out here in sixth to round out the class. Really deep-sided, round rib, bold made one. Another gilt that just needs more style and overall balance to move up in the class. Nice class for gilts.
And here are the results from Class 9, Chester White. In fourth place, Cadence Watson. Third place is Rylan Hamby. Second place goes to Hannah Marquis. And first place is Harley Turner.
Okay, you just started the top four in our lightweight Chester White Prospect Gilt Show. Now we go into the second class. There should be 6 head in Class 10, our second class of crossbred white prospect gilts. Your class winner in Class 9, or the lightweights, was Harley Turner. Again, that lightweight gilt in that class, but awfully good one. Harley's from Alvarado, Texas. Gilt bred by Ty Goree. Second in that class was Hannah Marcus from Aubrey, Texas. Hannah's gilt bred by RNC Showpigs. Third was Rylan Hamby. Fourth was Cadence Watson. Fifth was Presley Elston, and sixth was Shancy Scott. Okay, we now move into the heavyweight Chester White Prospect Gilt class. There's 6 head in this class as well, and then we'll show for our champion, reserve champion, Chester White. A few more familiar faces the longer we get into the show that we'll be able to recognize. But got Drake Welch out here from Kinder, Louisiana. I know we've got Cash McCamey out here as well. Couple simple
Ladies and
scale.
gentlemen, we would like to not
Or
only
through scales.
recognize, but really thank our sponsors, because without these sponsors, this show and other shows like it just simply would not happen. So we want to thank some of our sponsors. They are Second to None Awards, Adams Fab, Primo Feeds, the Law Office of David Chumley, Hoff-Schulte Genetics, Delm Prevailing Genetics, and Flatland Show Pigs. And we'll get the rest of our sponsors in just a little bit later.
One of them
And
giving
we
us a little
need a
trouble
first
here at
and
the scales.
second place from Class 9 of the Chester Whites to get back to the ring to get ready for the championship drive. Once again, first and second place from Class 9 Chester White, please come back to the ring.
Got her in the scales now. We'll find out what that gilt weighs and move in. We've got 3 to redrive here in our heavyweight Chester White prospect gilts.
Yeah, with those gilts, when they don't want to do something and they set their mind to it, it's pretty hard to convince them otherwise. Learn that the hard way sometimes.
Yep, got them in there now, though. So. Okay, we're redriving here. We've got Drake Welch, gilt bred by Wintex. Drake's from Kinder, Louisiana. Not sure who this young man is coming out next, but he was weighed first. Like that gilt when she first came in, so nice gilt. And then redriving one more. Here comes Cash McCamey.
Which one you like out of this grouping?
I'll take the white one.
It's probably a safe bet.
I learned a long time ago sitting up there watching these that doesn't really matter much what I think. I can certainly like my kind, but we hired Kyle to do it, so we're going to have to let him line them out. Nice trio, though, that Chester breed. Moving with a little comfort. Only one of them acting like a Chester. Young man in the light green goes third. Again, this is the heavyweight cross. Our Chester White gilt class. We'll bring those lightweights, class winner from lightweights in to show just a minute for our champion Chester White prospect gilt with whoever wins between this pair right here. Cash McCamey and Drake Welch.
A little more give and take on the top end of this class. Nevertheless, a lot of quality to work through. I'll start with the young man right here closest to me. This is the stout one. This is the burly one. This is the one that's packed full of meat and got a lot of shape. She's got a little bit of a Chester attitude. That being said, I still feel like she keeps her composure. I feel like she's sound enough. I really like that gilt a great deal to lead this class off. Young man right here in second, I think has a really good kind of gilt. She just runs out of gas at the ground. If you could stouten this one's ankle up just a little bit, in relation to our class winner, I think this gilt gets really, really good, and a gilt that's definitely got brighter days ahead of her. Really nice gilt there to go second. Young man coming out third. This one's the long-bodied, loose one that gets out and goes with the most ease and the most fluidness within the class. We just got to give this one more. We got to stouten her up at the ground. We got to give her more spread coming right at you. A really nice gilt to go third. Young lady coming out here in fourth. This is a gilt I like quite a bit. I feel like this is a gilt, like I said, it's not my job to project end dates or feeding windows on these things. But this is a gilt I think as she matures and she gets more spread and she gets more umph right here as you get in right behind her, we can move her on up. I think a gilt that's got brighter days that just needs more spread and more muscle to compete today. Young lady coming out here in fifth has got a gilt that's got some muscle. She's sound. We just need to make this one taller shouldered. We need to give her more style. We need to give her more design front side. We need to square her up as she just works right away from you and keep her hawk right inside the plane of her body. The young lady in the pink vest, pink shirt, we're about to let her out. A gilt that's really tall shouldered, a gilt that's got some look. We just need to lengthen this one out of her hip. We need to give her more power. We need to give her more width as she leaves us. Good message, Mr. Gilts.
And here are the results from Class 10 of the Chester Whites. In fourth place, Ashton Willett. Third place goes to Braden Blattner. Second place goes to Cash McCamey, and in first place, Drake Welch.
Okay, now showing for our champion Chester White gilt out of that first class, class number 9. In comes Harley Turner from Alvarado, Texas, gilt bred by Ty Goree. And out of our class just completed, we've got Drake Welch coming into the ring. Drake's from Kinder, Louisiana, showing a gilt bred by Wintex Farms. So congratulations to Drake. Second in that older or heavier class was
Really
Chester
good Chester division here. I think a really nice kind of pair of gilts. And the gilts that are, I know they're different sizes, different stages of maturity, but I feel like in terms of those features that we want to talk about, stoutness of bone, skeletal spread, muscle, I feel like they're pretty equal. I just think right now today, and it might be a little bit of an attitude deal, one of them runs circles around the other one. Young lady right here in the sweater will be a champion.
The lightweight class winner is your champion Chester White
And
prospect
at this time,
gilt.
we need Class 13 Landrace to start coming to the ring, please. That's Landrace Class 13. Please start coming to the ring.
The gilt is bred by Harley Turner Harley Turner showed it and bred by Ty Goree. Now bring in Hannah Marcus from Aubrey to show for reserve champion Chester with gilt bred by RNC Show Pigs.
Young lady coming out here second in class 1 definitely adds to the discussion. However, I feel like there's one out here if you just want to talk about that bone and foot and all those trendy big traits at the same time. When I see her from the side, she paints a pretty picture. That one's my speed. I like her for reserve, young man. Congratulations.
Reserve comes out of that heavyweight class exhibited by Drake Welch from Kinder, Louisiana. Drake's
White, your champion is Harley Turner, and the reserve is Drake Welch.
On the conclusion of the Landrace, we'll move into the Duroc division. The Duroc prospect gilts have 3 classes of Durocs. Again, if you're tuning in or know somebody that wants to tune in, please pass along the connections. TaylorFort.com, TexasNationalStockShow.com. Or you can go to either one of their Facebook page, Taylor Fort or Texas National Stock Show, to get the live feed of today and tomorrow's show. Again, that live feed being brought to you by Taylor Fort and his stream team. They do a great job of giving you great angles and seeing the livestock from a different perspective out here. So if you weren't able to make it, it's almost like you're right here. Like we've weighed one. Mabry's headed to the holding pen. She got weighed. Like Cash McCamey back in here in the Landrace class. Just got done with his Chester gilt. He's got one headed to the scales. Kind of like that one pretty good. We got 3 weighed right now. Getting 7 head in this lone Landrace prospect gilt class.
I'm trying to figure out which one's the real Jagger Monroe. Looks like they're wearing the same shirt.
I think Jagger's still in the ring. He's a little taller than the other young man that's going to dress the same. I wonder if if that might be little brother showing his other one. Have to be, wouldn't it?
I figures so.
At this time, we need a Class 16 of the Durocs to start coming to the ring. Once again, that's Duroc, Class 16. Please start coming to the ring.
Well, he's got his fourth one here on the scale, so he's going to redrive 4, place 5th, 6th, and 7th. Again, if you're just tuning in, our judge is Kyle Hicks. Kyle's from Elgin, Oklahoma. Owner and operator of TKO Genetics. They run about 60 show pig sows. And Kyle Hicks from Elgin, Oklahoma is our judge today for the Prospect Show. Redriving these top 4 here in the Landrace division. We believe that is one of the Jagger Monroe entries. Then you have Reese Mabry out here. I'm not sure on this young man in the blue shirt, but then we have Cash McCamey coming out.
Well, there's also 2 Cash McCameys.
Cash McCamey has 2 entries. We'll put it that way.
Same difference.
Nice set at the top end of the Landrace division.
Yeah, nice group out here. I've always wondered, why do you think land races are maybe a little bit more well-behaved than Chester's? Is it because they can't see what's going on?
I don't know. A lot of people around the Landrace would probably argue that they're just as stubborn from time to time. So you got the who's who of the Landrace breeders on this page in this particular drive. McGrew, Bratton, Tibbetts. One out here from Perry Swine Genetics. So that's where you go if you want to get competitive Landrace. Again, after the Landrace, we'll move into the Durocs. We have 3 classes of Duroc Prospect Gilts. Kyle's making his final decisions here in the Landrace division. Again, just the single class. So first and second here will be your Grand and Reserve Champion Landrace Prospect Gilt. I think he's made his decision.
We don't show many of these land races north of the red, and I'm glad we don't because they're awful deep down here. Probably the deepest breed we've seen, not big on numbers, but exceptional quality. Young man on the far side is going to win this class off. Congratulations to you. I feel like you have a very unique, a very good kind of land race gilt. I mean, that one's phenomenally built. Structurally, she's there. She checks boxes. Her skeleton's built in an appropriate way that she maintains her composure and stays fluid and sound. At the same time, this gilt's got good muscle, she's got good spread, she's got internal dimension, and she takes it to the ground squarely with a really, really good kind of look for a landrace gilt. Young man coming in here in second, got a really nice kind of gilt. I feel like the biggest thing that I'd like to say about this gilt, for her size and her stage of maturity, I think she's just got a little too much bark and a little too much flesh hanging off of her. You get past that, I love this gilt. I love the way she's built. I love her length of body, her strength of spine. I love the way that she's tall-shouldered and she's got muscle. And like our class winner, she maintains that composure. She stays sound. She stays fluid. Young lady coming in third, I feel sorry for you because I feel like your gilt's attitude just worked against you today. A really, really nice. But as the drive wore on, she just ran out of gas, lost her composure. Good kind of to go third. Good luck to you in the future. Congratulations. Young man in fourth, I liked your gilt when she hit the ring. This one visually, she's stunning from the side. She's attractive fronted. She's exotic fronted. However, in relation to the top three in the class, I feel like this one just got a little tighter moving out of her hind two, and I wanted to strengthen this gilt right there in her spine from the side, but a very, very good kind of Landrace gilt to go fourth. Congratulations to you. Young lady coming out next, a really, really good build, tall-fronted, good design one. As compared to the gilts ahead of her in this class, we just need to stouten this one at the ground. We need to give her more foot.
In fourth place, Cash McCamey. Third place is Reese Mabry. And your champion is Cash McCamey, and the reserve is Jagger Monroe.
Again, just the single class there in the Landrace. Your class winner and your champion Landrace Prospect Guild
And
exhibited
a quick
by.
reminder for all champions and reserves, you need to have your photos taken. So all champions and reserves, please make your way over to the photo booth.
Again, that champion Landrace exhibited by Cash McCamey from Hawkins, Texas. Cash's gilt was bred by McGrew Show Pigs. Reserve champion Landrace prospect was Jagger Monroe from Iredell, Texas. Jagger's gilt was bred by Kent Bratton and family. Third place was Reese Mabry. Fourth was Cash McCamey. Fifth was McKenna Thompson. Sixth, Eiley Simmons. And seventh went to Jagger Monroe. So congratulations to our Landrace exhibitors. Good show. Now move into the Duroc division, Duroc Prospect Gilts. We have three classes of these Duroc Prospect Gilts. Again, we're showing by weight. So this will be the lightweight class of the Duroc breed. Talked a time or two about the Texas National Stock Show. Appreciate everyone coming out and supporting it this year. Biggest show that they've had. I think this is the fifth year that we've had the Texas National Stock Show. Again, it's here at the Bridwell Ag Center in Wichita Falls, Texas. We have over close to 1,000 head entered. We won't know for sure until those final commitments and weights are turned in for tomorrow's show. Our judge for today is Kyle Hicks. Again, Kyle's from showing. Showmanship will conclude our day this evening. It'll start 20 minutes after the prospect bears, so if you're tuning in, that'll kind of give you the plan and schedule for the day. If you want to go to the Showman app, you can go to the Texas National Stock Show on the Showman app web page and pull up the schedule. Also pull up the show book for each of these respective divisions in the prospect show today. Again, we're starting the Duroc breed of our purebred prospect gilt show.
Duroc, please start coming to the ring. Once again, that is Duroc Class 17. Please start coming to the ring.
Looks like he's got at least three weighed back and pinned here.
Love seeing a good red pig. They even got one from your home state there.
Oh, yeah.
Not going to try to pronounce that town, but somewhere in Kansas.
Olathe. That's a difficult town. Olathe. And she did get pinned. Kate Hikus from Olathe, Kansas is one of the exhibitors that's already pinned back. Also looks like Brett Byers bred gilt comes out first. Next gilt out, first one weighed, is Harley Turner from Alvarado, Texas. Gilt bred by Cade Frankowiak. I should have let you try to pronounce that one, Cade.
Yeah, that's Frank Wozniak. I think he invented Apple.
They've been raising red hogs for a long time down in the hill country. Next one out, young man, that lightweight gilt that got, I'm going to guess that's Cole Kate from Brock, Texas. That looks like the littlest gilt in the class. Hope I'm not wrong. And then this other young lady's come back out with that paler colored gilt here. There's your top four in the lightweight prospect Duroc Drive. We'll have three classes here in the Durocs and then have a champion drive just like we have in every other breed. Again, each one of these breed champions receives a $1,500 scholarship, $1,250 for reserve breed champion. He's got fourth and third in the pen. He's making his final decision here, and then in just a minute, Kyle Hicks will be talking your lightweight prospect Duroc gilts.
You know, Brandon, I'd venture to say that Durocs is probably our favorite thing to show, wouldn't you?
We showed a lot of them. I like showing Durocs because they were, if I was depending on you to get them cleaned and shined, they were the easiest breed to get cleaned.
Yeah, and you can beat the heck out of them and it doesn't show.
Well, let's not say that.
Well. No, I think out of all the down-eared animals, though, I think they're probably the best tempered.
Yeah, you might be right there. We did show a lot of them, kind of a breed close to our heart. He's still redriving this pair. He likes them both pretty good.
Is the young man on the far side, is he third?
I'm pretty sure he's already placed that one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Here's Kyle with his final decision.
Good class. Young ladies do a tremendous job showing their projects. Probably one of the closer decisions we've had to make yet today, you know. Two different types and kinds. And each guild, each female, I would like to change. And in an area or two, they're not perfect, but I think they're